Welcome everybody to the vlog. We are gonna walk out into the garage because I finally did something that I've been trying to do my whole adult life, which is own my absolute favorite car. And people will say I'm retarded for doing this, but I really don't care because this is literally like my motivation in life. I ended up leasing 2020 Hellcat Challenger. This is my new baby. Ooh, still has that beautiful new car smell even after I ate a bunch of Jack in the Box in here. But essentially I just wanted to sit in here and do my vlog, change the scenery up, and this is like my new happy place. I love this. This has been my dream to own this. Let me just give you a quick preview of the interior. It is absolutely clean. Right here. So, the whole idea here is I've wanted a Hellcat and I love the Challenger, how they brought back that old school look and a modern twist. I've wanted this since it's come out. It came out when I was in high school. And it's been, what, 10 years now since I've been out of high school. And I've been just watching how they've evolved this car. And now, you know, with the Hellcat, right when the Hellcat came out, I knew this was what I wanted, 100%. They said, and I've never driven one before. I've never driven a Dodge Challenger, yet alone even a Dodge car. I think maybe a couple of rental cars that were like Durangos. But I wanted to see exactly how I can make it possible. So being quarantined and all that, financially I felt like I was okay, but I wanted to see what was the easiest way for me to drive off a lot with a Hellcat. And I didn't know if people leased Hellcats, so I did research and come to find out that people do lease Hellcats. Like, dealerships are down with that. And I wanted to see how expensive it would be. I hit up 6 different car dealerships, and they were all very different actually. The people who took me seriously, we got the furthest obviously, but I found out a lot of people don't take you seriously, which is crazy. And I'm not gonna try and, you know, I don't want to force myself onto anyone. I really don't. I'm in sales, and if you don't treat everyone the same, then I don't really care about, you know, what you got to do. So Tobin dealership Dodge in Las Vegas, they hit me up and they were the easiest to work with. They were super sick actually, and they answered all my questions. But essentially, and I'll do a full review on that because there's some drama over there that happened about a year or two ago. But just for the sake of this video, I ended up leasing this after all negotiations, and $699 was my lease monthly price, and I have a 36-month lease on 10,000 miles allowed per year. Now, the reason I pulled the trigger on the lease was because I wanted to hit up my insurance agent, and my car insurance only goes up $40. So with all my cars, I have 3 cars now, it only went up $40 adding the Hellcat, and to me that was a no-brainer. Altogether, if I'm still in the 700 range per month for this car, that's not including gas or nothing. That's just to own the car, which I was absolutely happy about. This is a $60,000 to $70,000 car. This has been my dream car, and I chose leasing because it was the most affordable. Now, some things that I would, I guess, give you some advice when you lease is make sure you do the math on how many miles you think you're gonna go a year. Like, break it down to how far your work is, how many trips from work to home you're gonna do a day. Put together your whole schedule and actually map it out on Google Maps and see how many miles that is, and times it by you know, the whole week, and then times that by how many weeks you are gonna do this in a year. It gives you a good rough estimation. I live in Utah, and when there's snow on the ground, this won't be driven. So right there knocks out a solid 2 months at least. I'm saying on the road, snow on the road. There's in the wintertime, it's cleared out and you can actually drive this, so I'm not worried about that. But yeah, so I thought, you know, 36 months at 10,000 miles. Now the reason the lease makes sense for me is for the fact that when you lease a car, then you have the option to buy the car outright at the end of the lease. I wanted to buy myself some time to see if I wanted to buy this, or if I look back at how I've been acting within the past 3 to 5 years, I've always wanted a new car, and I get interested in a car and then I stop and I get another car. And buying it just didn't make sense. I just started losing more money because cars are just a money pit in general. So I ended up thinking like, hey, in 3 years, I might want the newest version of Dodge Challenger Hellcat, or they might not even have it. So that's my whole reason, is I don't know if they'll even produce Hellcats 3 years down the road. And if they don't, I'm most likely gonna buy this out. And if they do, and I like it, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it out, or I might be interested in something else. So you never know. So I think the lease gives me the flexibility to not put that much money down, pay the month to month, and then at the end of the 3 years, figure out exactly what I want to do. And that is why I chose the lease. I feel like it is the quickest way to get yourself in a super dope car like the Hellcat. Like I said, this blows my mind. I feel like I shouldn't even be driving this. Like, this is, people might say, no, Hellcats, it's Dodge, like it ain't fancy, but dude, this is dope. I love this. And I will do more videos on this. I plan on having this like another branch of my vlogs here. I'm gonna do a lot with this car, just in terms of making content. Because it is a lease, I won't go into mods as much as like even aesthetics. I'm just gonna tint this car out. It's perfect the way it is. There's nothing else, like from exhaust to overall performance. This thing is a beast and I absolutely love it. Stay tuned. Appreciate everyone for clicking onto this video. I am so lucky to drive something like this, and I am extremely excited to share with you like everything I go through, from how much money this costs. Hopefully I didn't make a terrible decision now that it's COVID season, and hopefully that stuff just blows out, because I am, you know, I'm just trying to live my best life, and I think I started it off pretty good with this car. Thank you, everybody, and stay tuned for next time.